My name is Mohsen Mostafavi. I'm the Dean of the Graduate School of Design at Harvard University. Today we face lots and lots of different challenges. These challenges, many of them relate to resources. And one of the things that's become very clear is that the domain of the building industry, construction, what we do as architects, landscape architects, urbanists, planners, is really the cause, the one of the main elements that's responsible for the utilization of these resources and energy more broadly. Therefore, we face a particular dilemma, particular circumstance that, in addition to our disciplinary responsibilities in terms of advancing the knowledge of the various disciplines, to now also have a more broad set of responsibilities. These we could really speak of as ethical responsibilities in relation to very large environmental issues. The question is, how will these ethical responsibilities actually impact our disciplinary responsibilities? That's one of the big challenges. It seems that on the one hand, we have to focus uh, on our disciplinary responsibilities. At the same time, we really have to use the opportunities in some ways that are brought about by the challenges of environmental management as a basis, as a mechanism for new forms of innovation, new forms of thinking. Therefore, what becomes really quite clear is that this is not something that can simply be achieved within singular disciplinary boundaries. And therefore, we have a very exciting set of opportunities in terms of dealing with both going in depth in terms of the disciplines, really delivering, discovering, exploring new forms of knowledge, and at the same time, really understanding that the only way to respond to large-scale environmental issues is through new forms of collaboration, new ways in which we will actually develop different forms of knowledge than the ones that we've had previously. This is this is a big challenge, both for the professions that we are engaged in, but I think also very much for schools, educational institutions that have to set up a new agenda for education that is thinking about different kinds of possibilities. Historically, when we have been thinking about questions of sustainability, questions of resource management, these have been handled often in a very technical manner. And one of the issues today is not for us to be simply limited to the understanding of environmental issues from a purely technical perspective, but to really understand environmental issues in terms of a whole new set of aesthetic possibilities, and therefore the big challenge for the disciplines and for education is really the reformulation of a relationship between the position of practitioners, both as ethical practitioners and as new practitioners of a different kind of aesthetic practices. Therefore, this is a very important moment to redefine almost, if you like, the formal even discourses, the formal discussions of architecture and what we value. Um, I think in terms of the work that we do here at the GSD, we have put a lot of emphasis on the relationship between the disciplines and actually the pleasures that the projects of architecture, the projects of landscape architecture and urbanism provide. The challenge for the future will certainly be the challenge of how to create different kinds of environments that will be not only engendering, not only helping, not only instigating a new form of ethical relationship to the city, but also environments that through their articulation, through their framing, actually become more democratic and at the same time more pleasurable.